Hi everyone, welcome to Homerino Collectibles, and this is my first review of 2014, so I hope everyone had a great new year. And this is, as you can see, the NECA Robocop figure review. This is, as you can see, the battle damaged version. And let's just take a quick look at the box here. There's not too much on the front because you don't need too much on the front because you've got that awesome figure sitting right in there. As you can see, the only writing apart from Robocop is just ages 17 and up. You can see the accessories that he comes with, and you can already see the amazing detail that's on him. We just got some stuff from the manufacturers there, and then a pretty bland back bio-wise compared to the normal Robocop. As you can see, this one is the 25th anniversary version, and it says part man, part machine, all cop, the future of law enforcement. And that's pretty much it for the box. And then just underneath you can see the people that made it, so congrats to those guys because they made a pretty awesome thing right here. So let's get this open and see how cool it is. And here's Robocop now out of the packaging, and as you can see, I've already fitted one of the accessories. It comes with two accessories, one of them being this hand right here, and it's pretty damn nice, I've got to say. As you can see the accurate way it deploys. The fingers fold down and it comes out, and it just looks awesome on there. And if you want the normal hand, you simply pull it off, take the hand that came with it, which is obviously for the gun because he's got the trigger finger out, and then you just whack that back on. But if you want a really battle damaged look, you could always just leave the hand off. Just like that. It's not too hard, and it's very, very nice. And then the other accessory is the gun itself, and as you can see, it's pretty nicely detailed. It doesn't have an actual trigger, but it helps him fit his trigger finger in there. So once it's in there as well, you can't tell if there's a trigger or not, so it looks perfectly fine. Very nice gun, very iconic, very accurate. And then it just slides into the hand like so, and then you just hook his finger in there, and now that is just epic. It really is amazing, so accurate, and just it just looks awesome. So now let's just go over some details right here. Look at that for a head sculpt. Now that is awesome. You got the pink lips there. There's no other detail like skin tones or anything. It's all one flesh tone. Really, really nice battle damage here. Now throughout the chest, as you can see, he's got all of these bullet holes and scratch marks, all the dirt, rust. You see, you've got one of these bits missing, and it's just really, really incredible. Take a look around here at the back. That looks really rusty there, and you got all the molded in detail from the normal Robocop, and then you've just got all of this added stuff. This is why, if I was to say get the normal Robocop or get this one, it would have to be this one. And if you do want the normal style Robocop and you want a NECA one, they do the one with the opening leg gimmick. It just has a little switch on the back. The leg opens up and the gun stores in there, and that's really awesome because obviously you can have him posing as if he's just taking his gun out, which is really, really cool. And then the detail goes all the way through the legs too. Really amazing. So for articulation, I'm going to start right at the bottom because honestly I think this part is the coolest. Now you can see these pistons here, and they are actually attached and working. So as you can see, when I move the foot, the piston goes in and out of that bar. That's pretty cool. I just find that really, really cool. It reminds me a lot of Terminator legs. And then that's, as you can see, that's basically all you're getting out of the foot. There's no pivot or anything or turn or anything because of this. And then at the knee you've got your 90 degrees, and then up here at the top of the leg you've just got your forward and your back, but it also goes in and out, so you've got quite a long way there, which is pretty nice. That makes up for any thigh cut or anything, which would make the figure look pretty bad. Then we've got waist swivel. We have a ball jointed diaphragm here, so he has that much of an ab crunch. It's not massive, but it's enough to give an accurate look in different poses. And then he can also turn a bit left and right on that joint, and he can also move side to side on that joint, so that's pretty cool. Ball jointed head, so he's got nice up and down, left and right, and side to side too, which is awesome. A lot of ball joint heads are like a ball and a swivel sort of thing, so they don't actually allow you to tilt properly, but this you get really nice tilt, which is very cool. Shoulders, you get the up and down and then the forward and back. If you go for the one with the opening leg, I think that also has like a sort of in and out as well, so you get a little bit more articulation there. And then in the elbow, you just get your standard 90 degrees, really, just a tiny little bit back, but not much. And then at both wrists, they tilt and turn, and obviously that one does detach. Does this one detach as well? Yes, this one detaches as well. Bit tougher, but it does. However, obviously, this is meant for the right arm, so it's going to look a bit strange if you do put it on the left. But it does detach, so if you want to do it, you can do. Now, what I did find is in some of the joints there was some loose, flaky paint, and that was just extra from manufacturer or whatever. There's no paint that's come off it or anything. It was literally like thick paint. Like when acrylic paint dries and you get the flakes. It was like that. So I think some of it was in the box actually, but it's just it was just in the elbows and stuff. And there's obviously no silver paint in there. Nothing's come off, and it was actually pure silver as well. So it's just from when they were packaging it. It basically just needed a bit of a clean, I guess. I just blew it out of the joint, but it's definitely not from the figure, because the figure has a very nice, it's not just silver, just like it is in the movie, it's got that slight bluish, purplish sort of tint to it. And then obviously in later movies it does have more of a blue tint, but this is very Robocop 1-esque paint scheme, and I don't have another Robocop of its scale to compare to right now, but what I can compare it to is this, the original Robocop figure that my brothers had for as long as I can remember. And this thing is really awesome, and this is the sort of bluish tint that you see more in the later movies, but it's, even this thing is pretty incredibly detailed. Now obviously, as you can see, size comparison, it is half the size, but what's cool about this is obviously you can take the helmet off, which you can't do with that. It would be great if you could, but and they actually did a pretty good job of his face sculpt before, and you can take the chest off as well, and you can see under there some nice detail. But what's awesome about that is it's relevant for this review, because you can change him out and make him battle damaged. So as you can see, they went a bit OTT with the bullet holes and stuff with this, but it's vaguely the same. You've got that damage on the helmet there, and you've got some damage on the chest basically. But what's cool about this is, if I focus in here, you can see inside the chest, because you can see through those holes, which is nice. And it would be cool if you could see some wiring underneath the battle damage on that guy right there, but for the most part, that's the only other battle damage one that's really cool that is any competition for this, because this is obviously old now and completely different scale and everything, but for what it was, this thing was pretty awesome. And it also does have that comes out the wrist. But if I have other Robocops, then I will compare them to this guy, and I am actually planning to get all the new Robocop figures when they come out, but not the 6-inch, because they look a bit poor, the ones that are out right now. Articulation's really bad and everything, no mouth detail. But if NECA were to do them, which I think they really should, because, if you see the detail on this guy, imagine what they can do with a brand new Robocop suit. They would make it look absolutely incredible. So I'd definitely get those guys if they do bring them out in a 7-inch scale. So final thoughts, do I recommend this figure? Yes, I definitely recommend this figure, and as I said, it is better than the older versions of Battle Damaged Robocop, and it's also a lot more detailed, and you're basically just getting a lot more for your money than the normal version from NECA. And I would also recommend that if you do want a normal version, just go for the one with the opening leg, because then you are getting a different Robocop that actually has a bit more to give you. Great accessory that you can swap out the hands, and the gun is awesome. The molded detail is just really, really awesome. And this guy does look great next to other NECA figures, just like Predator and so on. So definitely pick this figure up if you can find it. It's an incredible masterpiece, and I will be bringing you the other Robocop reviews if NECA do actually make them. So thanks for watching the review, everyone. I hope you all had a great new year, and subscribe to see more reviews from Homerino Collectibles. I'll see you next time, guys.